The evening air in Chelsea, London, carried a whisper of autumn chill, but inside Gordon Ramsay's eponymous restaurant, the atmosphere was anything but cool. It was a night of unbridled joy, a triumphant crescendo to a day that had already etched itself into the annals of British celebrity lore. Sir David Beckham, freshly anointed with the honor of knighthood by King Charles himself at Windsor Castle, had traded the solemn grandeur of royal ceremony for the intimate revelry of a private dinner thrown by his steadfast friend, the fiery chef Gordon Ramsay. As the clock ticked past midnight, the doors of the restaurant swung open to reveal a scene straight out of a modern fairy tale, a gathering of family, old friends and a smattering of showbiz luminaries, all toasting to David's extraordinary journey from football pitch to national treasure. David emerged first, his signature charisma undimmed despite the late hour. At 50, he looked every bit the knight-errant, tall, poised, with that effortless blend of athletic grace and tailored sophistication. He clutched the investiture medal in one hand, a gleaming emblem of his services to sport and charity, as if afraid it might vanish like a dream upon waking. The medal, awarded for his 2 decades of shaping English football and his tireless ambassadorship with UNICEF, caught the streetlight's glow, a silent testament to a career that transcended the beautiful game. His other hand was firmly entwined with that of his wife, Victoria Beckham, the fashion icon who has long been his anchor and muse. Victoria, ever the picture of poised elegance, shielded her eyes behind oversized sunglasses, perhaps to guard against the paparazzi's flashbulbs or simply to conceal the sparkle of tears from an evening brimming with emotion. She had shed the crisp navy dress of the daytime ceremony, a bespoke creation from her own atelier no doubt, for something more nocturnal, a slinky black floor-length gown that hugged her lithe frame like a second skin, topped with a luxurious fur bolero that added a touch of old-world glamour. It was a look that screamed understated power, a woman who had stood by her husband's side through triumphs and trials, now reveling in this pinnacle moment. Trailing behind them were the Beckham brood, a vibrant ensemble that spoke volumes about the family's unshakable bond. Romeo Beckham, 24, the middle son with his father's brooding intensity and his mother's sharp style, cut a dashing figure in a slim-fit suit, his arm protectively around a close friend. Then came Cruz Beckham, 20, the musician of the family, whose easy smile and tousled hair belied the quiet determination that has seen him carve his own path in the industry. Cruz was accompanied by his girlfriend, Jackie Apostle, 29, the Brazilian model whose presence added an international flair to the evening. Jackie turned heads in a burnt orange silk halter-neck dress, rumored to be another Victoria Beckham original, its vibrant hue contrasting beautifully with the night's more subdued tones. The fabric draped elegantly over her shoulders, catching the light with every step, while subtle pleats at the waist accentuated her poise. Cruz himself opted for a playful twist on formal wear, a classic tuxedo jacket paired with quirky braces that peeked out just enough to nod to his youthful spirit, a subtle rebellion against the stiffness of the occasion. But it was Harper Beckham, the 14-year-old daughter who has blossomed into a poised young lady, who perhaps stole the familial spotlight. Matching her mother's monochromatic elegance with a youthful twist, Harper wore a custom long satin slip dress in a soft baby pink hue, its silky fabric shimmering like dawn light on water. The gown's simple lines allowed her natural grace to shine, while a feathered bolero jacket, delicate and ethereal, added a whimsical touch as if she had stepped from the pages of a storybook. Harper's hair was swept into a loose wave, and her makeup was minimal, letting her wide-eyed innocence complement the night's sophistication. As the family piled into waiting cars, laughter spilled out onto the pavement, a soundtrack to their shared pride. It was clear that this wasn't just a celebration of David's honor, it was a reaffirmation of the Beckham clan's enduring unity, forged in the fires of fame and fortune. Inside the restaurant earlier that evening, the air had been thick with the aromas of Ramsay's culinary wizardry, roasted meats, truffle-infused risottos, and decadent desserts that melted on the tongue like forbidden secrets. Gordon, ever the consummate host, had spared no expense, transforming the space into a haven of opulence. Crystal chandeliers cast a warm, golden glow over linen-draped tables adorned with fresh orchids and flickering candles. The menu, a bespoke symphony of flavors, paid homage to David's global adventures. Starters of seared scallops with caviar, mains of Wagyu beef tenderloin paired with heritage vegetables, and a cheese course featuring rare British blues. But it was the wines, vintage champagnes and robust Bordeaux, that truly flowed, toasting not just the knighthood but the man behind it. A source close to the family, speaking on condition of anonymity, revealed the heartfelt origins of the evening. As David's best friend, Gordon decided the best gift was to throw him a wonderful dinner, the insider confided. David was there, their kids, his sisters, parents, and Victoria's mom and dad. It was intimate, joyous. No grand speeches, just genuine connection. Indeed, the guest list read like a who's who of Beckham's inner circle. David's sisters, Lynn, Georgina, and Joanne, who had traveled from their homes to share in the pride. His parents, David Sr. and Sandra, whose sacrifices in ferrying young David to training grounds had laid the foundation for his stardom. And Victoria's parents, Anthony and Jackie Adams, whose quiet support had been a constant through the couple's 25-year marriage. Showbiz friends dotted the tables too, perhaps a nod to Eva Longoria or Tom Cruise, though details remained under wraps, preserving the night's sanctity. The day's events had begun with profound reverence at Windsor Castle, where the grandeur of the occasion weighed heavily on David's shoulders. Welcomed by King Charles, a figure he had long admired for his environmental advocacy and quiet dignity, David knelt to receive the sword tap that sealed his title. His younger sons, Romeo and Cruz, were among the first to envelop him in hugs, their faces alight with unfiltered joy. Harper, too, beamed from the sidelines, her small hand clutching Victoria's. It was a moment frozen in time, captured in family photos that would grace mantelpieces and social feeds alike.